there's been a lot more sort of, I guess, meat put on the bones of the, and now we know it wasn't a raid per se of Mar-A-Lago. It was a visit where the lawyer was waiting for the FBI. And it is also quite apparent, and I think there's been stories to the effect that somebody ratted out Donald Trump at Mar-A-Lago, maybe when they saw these boxes marked classified. And we will get on to the right-wing talking points about this material being declassified because Trump can just wave his wand and it's declassified, even when he's not president anymore. We should say the reason why they're in boxes marked classified, because they literally were.
Because it's easy to move that way.
Because when he moved him out of the White House, when he went down to Mar-A-Lago, they were classified. And when he left the White House, let's remember, folks, after January 20th of 2020, he was not president. You don't get to keep those special powers. But even if you did, none of the charges have to do with the fact that it's classified material. There are 3 separate charges that were, I should say, excuse me, not charges, citations in the warrant. And it cited 3 different laws. They were from Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 793, which of course is the Espionage Act. And it has to do with having defense-related information that could harm the United States or an aid or foreign adversary. It doesn't have to be classified. Just has to be material that meets that standard. Section 1519, which covers destroying or concealing documents to obstruct an investigation by the government. And Section 2071, which covers the unlawful removal of government records. So those are the 3 laws cited in the warrant. That doesn't mean that he's going to be charged with those or that he has been charged with those or anything else, although it's conceivable. But those are what the basis of the warrant were about. Journalist John Solomon, is that how he goes by? Independent journalist now? Is he no longer at the AIE?
Yeah, no, he's doing like his thing called Just the News now. It's like his own venture.
Oh, he's no longer at the American Enterprise Institute.
I'll double check that, but he's doing his own
right-wing
venture.
Right-wing hack.
Absolutely right-wing hack.
Is reading out a statement from Donald Trump's office on Fox News.
And Just the News, the following statement. I apologize for looking down, but I have to. It's so fresh. It's on my phone. It literally just came in. This is from President Trump's office. It just came in a few minutes ago. As we can all relate to, everyone ends up having to bring home their work from time to time. American presidents are no different. President Trump, in order to prepare the work the next day, often took documents, including classified documents, to the residence. He had a standing order. There's the word I've been looking for. That documents removed from the Oval Office and taken to the residence were deemed to be declassified the moment he removed them. The power to classify and declassify documents rests solely with the President of the United States. The idea that some paper-pushing bureaucrat with classification authority delegated by the president needs to approve the declassification is absurd. I asked around over the last couple of days.
So there it is. It really doesn't address any of the things that were the elements that were in the search warrant. The idea that Donald Trump was working on these things is pretty hilarious.
Working remotely. He's like, I was just working remote. Like,
I mean, it's conceivable to me that he pulled out a Sharpie and started rewriting certain things.
No.
No.
This is where the hurricane goes.
Yes, exactly.
And, but it's a joke.
Yeah, imagine Hillary using that excuse. Like,
Yeah.
I'm Secretary of State. I don't need some low-level bureaucrat. Anything I say is declassified is declassified.
Exactly. Just ridiculous. But there it is. They are all out there, trying to sort of backfill. And this is, and understand, this is really rear guard stuff. If they need to justify this on Fox News, this is rear guard stuff. There's nobody, I don't think there's anybody's, certainly no Fox viewer is changing their mind about anything regarding Donald Trump, in my estimation. Maybe, here and there. But for them to have to do this type of work it means that they're, very worried about going on and maintaining their own credibility.
And really throwing stuff against the wall when you have people suggesting planting evidence and stuff like that. Like that's not a coherent story that were able to get together.
Well, yes, and they just got it undercut because Trump admitted it was there and said, "Oh no, we knew it was there. I brought it home." So it wasn't a question. I mean, it's weird because Trump initially, in his initial statement, was talking about planting evidence. And now he's saying, well, it's actually, I took it there on purpose.
Obama did too.
To do work. But just to be clear, the classification of this material, even if you are to buy Donald Trump's excuse, appears to be largely irrelevant. It is really the nature of the documents. And also, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe they can parse out that lawyer's certification that all classified material had been removed. Because if none of it was ever classified, then whatever you took was, I mean.
Because I have magical declassification fingers.
But there you go. So we'll see.